following podcast contains possibly triggering material and strong language. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are the speaker's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the Ride the Rebellion podcast and Craft Show Digital. The material and information presented here is for general information and entertainment purposes only.
Hi, welcome to the podcast. I'm not doing the old intro anymore. I've moved on. Just like this set, we're in version. Most people probably won't even notice, except if you look at the background art is different. If you look around, like there's Dale Boyd of Dale Boyd Sports Management.
We still got the fur burger between us.
Yeah, I put him back.
Okay.
But here's my computer. We changed because I share an office now, and he's going to have to listen to the podcast sometimes. We were just talking about headphones. I got to do the proper intro because people like it. With me today, of course, is the king of the South Alabama Turndown, Dale Boyd of Dale Boyd Sports.
Do you know how many times people, when we travel, how many times people address me as that? And like I've forgotten that we talk about it so much that I'm like, I don't even do it anymore. The trick,
today. Oh yeah, not really. You're trying to whip it.
Yeah, I'm trying to change it. I'm transitioning.
I don't know if I like this button setup up here. I feel like it.
Oh yeah,
look how pompous. Hello, pompous.
It's limp wristed.
Make a gif of that, Chase. Chase sent us a thing. Uncle, we're calling him Duck from now on.
That's good.
Good Duck. Mm-hmm. Duck means Dirty Uncle Chase. So when you see him, guys, going forward, if you're really listening to the podcast, we're retiring Dirty Uncle Chase in place of Duck.
Yep. So we have soft member, Duck.
Yeah.
Toddler. Christy.
I was our guest. This button thing is, I'm going to have to figure this part out. It needs to be like down here.
You can't move it?
I don't really want to.
Oh, okay.
I kind of like the power.
So we're working through this together.
It's a new set, new day. With us on the show today is a guy I hired. And since he's in this room, we just decided to interview him. It's Matt Gates.
What's up? How's it going?
Also his Instagram handle.
That's accurate.
Wait, we could have teed this up so hard because of our political past.
Oh, no. Wait. Okay, wait. Take two. Beep, beep. That's what it, for those that don't know, there's a beep, beep, because that means the audio guys. Beep, beep, beep. It just says it's resetting. Dale and I are proud to announce we're running for office yet again. We're running for the mayor of Mobile. And we have brought in,
it's a hot race.
We brought in a celebrity, a massive celebrity. He likes the women.
The women's.
He likes one woman. He likes a woman. He likes one.
He's going to like two soon. Is that not a lot of
Is that too soon? I'm sorry, this is too funny. Ladies and gentlemen, straight from the city of not Florida. Was there somebody coming through the door?
No, I was.
You looked up like there was
so
something.
He was waiting for the real one. He's waiting for the real.
It's Matt, not Gates.
Yeah.
How's that?
Spelled correctly.
If not spelled Gazy.
Gay is.
Yeah, Matt Gates.
He's spelled like a fence gate.
Sometimes, dude. So here's the intro.
A fence gate.
I'm taking a book out of Everybody Gets a Gift.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You get some gummies.
You get some gummies. Now, these are weed gummies.
Okay.
Like Sean Ryan.
Wait, be careful. It's July 1st. We're not allowed to do that.
These are completely legal gummies in the state of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
What does July 1st have to do with the weed gummies?
Alabama just made a hemp and CBD illegal to buy in Alabama.
Well, specific stuff.
Yeah, it's like weird stuff.
No, it's basically like Delta 9.
Yeah,
which
basically.
Nobody is like, I hurt. I'm going to take some bullshit. If you're in that position, get real weed.
Yeah.
Let's just bypass it. But the Delta 9 stuff is like, I want to get effed up, bro.
Move to Florida.
Yeah, or Mississippi.
Health, medical marijuana is, yeah.
Which basically all you got to do.
Like green card?
Yeah.
You just got to say that my head hurts.
Right.
Give me some weed. Yeah, I have. Anxiety is a good one because
I have anxiety about not having weed.
I know.
I'm just true. I'll smoke weed. I can't.
It's true.
If you guys think I'm riled up, let me tell you, cocaine calms me down. Weed goes the other way.
Really?
No, that's not true.
So
I was going to say,
wait a minute. You need Adderall. Like on a daily basis.
On a moment basis.
Moment by moment.
I need to be able to mainline it? Is that where you shoot it straight into your primary vein?
I'm
Who's done drugs here that can
I'm
tell
too
us?
suburban for this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm pleading the fifth because
Bull
this is
loaded.
being
You're
recorded.
from Ohio. Everybody
Hey,
mainlines in Ohio.
Everybody free bases and main lines.
Free bases. What is that?
Hey, listen, we have a political career ahead of us.
Listen, we're going to make free base jumping illegal. I mean, legal. There's a difference in free base jumping.
I
Yes.
feel like freebasing is when this is completely
You
not
snort
true.
cocaine. I mean,
No.
snort meth.
You heat it up on a spoon and it turns into a powder.
I thought
Does it
it's
make it more-
already a powder.
Well, it turns into a paste when it starts melting.
Meth?
All of it. Coke, meth,
Well,
crank,
coke's already.
heroin. Heroin turns into a liquid.
All right.
I don't know. The 4 junkies we have that listen to this are going to be super offended that we don't know what freebasing
Hey, at least
is.
you'll get some like hate comments. You guys didn't even know about the drug scene.
Yeah.
There's one thing we do know about this show. It's the drug scene. Now, Matt's intro. He's a person.
I am a person.
Oh, yeah. You got to give him his.
I
got
can't
it.
do the whole Sean Ryan thing. I can't.
So today we're going to talk about.
Matt's a talented photographer,
Sometimes.
videographer, DP. He has a family.
Yep.
I met Matt. I liked Matt. Grateful for Matt. Put him on a podcast. Dale worked for Matt.
Work with him.
It was a
Hey,
great
that's
time.
it. It was a great,
That's all we
great
have.
intro.
It was a great time.
What would you say about yourself?
What do I say about myself? I would say I am a guy that really likes light and lenses and cameras and friends and my family. And then now it's sounding really gay.
I was going to say, wait,
But-
tell us something about you that's not making them fall asleep. Lights and lenses. We're out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, half of us would.
I used to be in a
okay.
hardcore band.
Ooh,
There we go.
there we go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
He actually knows David Martin, fan of the show.
I do
Oh.
know David Martin.
Did you play shows? With
Hi,
David?
David.
I was on you. Perfect.
Oh, that was perfect.
Did I play with him?
Yeah.
We played shows together, but not in the same band.
I got it.
Have you ever met Blake from the lake?
Oh no!
I've
Here he goes.
met
dude.
a lot of
He's so-
Blakes.
He played.
They
This,
probably were
He
from a
played
lake.
this is the dude. This is the just
Oh, no.
quick story. The three of us. Matt is younger than me and Dale by a decade.
Oh, wow.
A
You're young.
decade.
Yeah. And we're sitting in this room with a 22-year-old, 23-year-old. Noah just has a birthday. 23-year-old, 24, whatever he is. He's young. And Thorny Poo, also young.
Mhm.
And we're like playing music in this room, audience. And we're all like cycling through songs we like. And most of them were metal.
Oh,
They're
at
all
the,
hardcore.
at the shoot we were just at.
Yeah, at the
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah, yeah.
And we're all playing these different hardcore songs. And these kids had never heard of stuff like Helmet. And it was mind blowing to me. Like anybody, our demographic is
Comeback
All the stuff,
Kid.
None of it. They
None
haven't
of
heard
it.
any.
Nothing.
right. The only thing that they could bring an argument of quality to was they defended shitty ass turnstile as I call them, turnstool.
Their older stuff ended
Turns
up
out
being
was good.
okay.
Yeah, it turned out to be okay.
The new stuff was interesting, to say the least.
They showed us Necrogoblicon, which is a goblin
Crazy.
metal goblin metal act. And then Dale goes, "Go ahead, cue it up."
Yeah, well, listen. Do you want me to go back and figure out where this started?
Yeah, go for it.
So it started on a Sunday at Voodoo Wings after a dirt church session of riding. We see this guy sitting at the bar. He's got a anchor tattoo on his cheek. I'm like, this dude looks rad. Then he asks us about our mountain bikes. I'm like, yeah, we ride. He's like, cool, man. I ride too. I'm waiting on my airplane. You know, I got a plane coming out of Mobile. I'm like, awesome. He's like, also, guys, you guys into music? Like, of course, duh. Well, I'm part of the white reggae movement. And it's like automatically I'm intrigued. Wait, there's a movement for something that doesn't need to have a movement and you're part of it? Tell me more. So then he tells me, and I go on Spotify with the full anticipation that this is going to be the worst thing ever. And it's not. It's actually good.
It's really not bad.
And I played it at Bump and Grind the whole entire time in the background. And no one was like, turn that shit off. They were like, wait, is this still that Blake from the Lake guy? I'm
I
like,
will
"Yeah,
say it's
it
not
is."
a movement. It doesn't sound like a movement. It just sounds like a white guy playing reggae.
It does, yeah.
But it's pretty okay.
I don't understand the movement thing. I think
No.
that was that's a catchy way to get me to look it up though, because then you're intrigued.
You know, I mean, it worked. It just, to me, it was, there's all this metal and testosterone going around. And then Dale's like, you guys ever heard Blake from the Lake? We're like, no. He's like, it's part of the white reggae. Cues it up. I wish I could play it. I bet
No.
the kid's smart enough to got it copyrighted and we can't play any of it.
I'm making shirts that say We are white reggae movement adjacent.
You
That
can wear those.
that is a Matt Gates rally spelled the wrong way kind of shirt.
That would be a good shirt at that rally, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think it would be a
But
hit.
it just means we're adjacent to it. We're not.
I think somebody who has the moxie. You guys remember Die Hard with a Vengeance,
Mm-hmm.
where he has to wear that sign that says like the N word on it, and he makes him stand in Brooklyn. I think if you went to a like a Black Lives Matter rally wearing part of the white
Or
reggae
just
movement,
go
Oh,
to
dude.
Jazz Fest.
or Jazz Fest wearing your white reggae shirt.
Yeah.
Or 99% of the places I find myself in with my son in sports.
Yeah, you're dead.
No, I'm part of the crew.
Yeah, that's
He's
great.
part of the movement.
Yeah.
Now, for some reason, the secret to get past racism is height. So I'm screwed. You guys are both taller than me. I'm screwed. That's why they don't like me.
Yeah.
That's anybody that doesn't like me. I'm not saying the racial part.
He's
Just
like,
me.
I'm not
anybody.
quite calculating that.
It's all based on
I-
height, Matt.
I have comments that aren't appropriate for this podcast.
All right, here's a question. This is from Matt,
Oh no.
Oh, great. Here we
and
go.
and there's a little shame in this on this show.
Okay.
So prepare your. You know what? Let's give away. Do we have anything we can give away?
Yeah, we do. We have tons of shit we can give away.
All right. If you take a screenshot of your reaction with whatever you want to do in front of Matt's face, with no penises or vajays or boobs, pecs are okay.
Yeah, we have to be able to post it.
Yeah, it's got to
Social
be
media.
postable. Of the fall, and Matt's going to answer this question.
Yep.
And you take your reaction, knowing the audience on the show. If we have the best one, we'll give you a prize. It'll be something good.
Yeah, I
Well,
got
let's
a
give
whole
good
bunch
weight
of
crap.
stuff. I got.
Matt's got this
actually
bottle of
legit
Willet. We'll give you.
I was thinking the little Buffy Trace.
I don't think we give away liquor. We're not.
stuff. I got
We're
a
not
bunch
giving
of
away liquor.
pedals and stuff.
We do have pedals. We
And I
have
got water
actual
bottles,
bike crap.
t-shirts, jerseys. I got stuff.
Here's the question. I'm going to keep it on Matt, so you guys have plenty of time to prepare this. Do you have a favorite bike story?
I have an incredible bike story, actually. I was at one of the Waters boys' house, actually.
Shout out to the Waters boys.
Yeah, if you know, you know. And for a period of maybe 6 months, we were all into BMX. And I think Jeffrey just got some new pedals for his bike, or maybe it was like Matt Banfield. And they were not made out of plastic, but metal. And I was trying to bunny hop on this curb, and I'm not a small person. And so instead of keeping my foot on the pedal, my foot came off the pedal and went straight up my shin. And I'm pretty sure I should have went to the hospital and got my shin sewn back together, because now you can still see a scar from
I have mine.
15 years ago.
All of us have one.
Yeah.
And it turned black at some point. It was exciting.
I was actually just saying all this, and I'll go back to Matt here in a second, because Matt, what kind of bike do you ride?
I don't ride a bike.
Oh, bull. What kind of bike did you ride?
I used to ride road bikes.
We'll just hold for reactions.
What did you think that was going to be one of his favorite memories?
Yeah, I thought he was going to tell me a road bike story, and I'd catch him in the act.
No, I don't have a favorite road bike story. I did it for the
I actually have a great
exercise.
No, I get it. I'm not knocking it. It's just on this show sometimes, like in this community that happens to ride bikes, that listen to the show from
Yeah.
time to time. They, for some reason, hate people on road bikes, but they all own a road bike.
The
Except for
people
Dale.
on road bikes hate being on road bikes because the cars.
And also, they hate themselves.
Yeah.
They put
Except
themselves
for
in
Katie.
underwear. No, she's a maniac, though.
Yeah, she's. Do you know Katie?
Hello, Joseph and Katie.
Oh, there
No,
we go.
yeah.
Name dropping. I guess he can be cool. This question is for both of you guys.
Yeah.
If you could take a picture for the gram.
Yep.
Anywhere, what would it be? We'll start with Dale Boyd Sportsman.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
A
Picture.
picture for the gram anywhere.
Yep.
Where would it be? I would probably say, oh man, I don't know. I had one. Then I thought that's not that cool. But this is going to be super nerdy and super like 16-year-old Dale. But I would honestly like to ride my bike in the gym where Hoosiers was filmed, because it puts all the
That
shit
would
that
be
I
super fun.
yeah, it puts all the shit that I Like
That's a good answer.
yeah, and then have a picture of it. Like I want to have like my senior pictures taken underneath with my bike and like everything, but at 40
In the Hoosiers gym.
in the Hoosiers gym. And you know they still play there. Like my high school plays there every year.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Pretty sweet.
Top it, Matt.
Okay, one of my favorite films is Secret Life of Walter Mitty. So I would love to go to Iceland, get a drone shot of me like longboarding down one of those really long roads.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That's pretty
It
solid.
would be super sick.
Yeah, that is super good. That's pretty solid.
What about you?
Yeah, Drew.
I'm going to go with Costa Rica in the water, literally where I was when when I got married. We went on a honeymoon to Costa Rica, a place called Tabacon. If you've never been, it's worth it. Take your wives one day. However, if you have kidney stones, don't, because you sit under a volcano of hot water that beats your back and knocks them loose. I would like to take the picture of the dude. I wish I had an Instagram picture of the Hispanic, non-English speaking doctor trying to explain to me why he can't give me pain medicine while I'm passing a kidney stone on my honeymoon in Costa Rica, where my pants are down and the dude is slamming a needle of muscle relaxer into my ass cheek. That's what I really want.
That was
For the
very
gram.
detailed.
It sounds like a creative director trying to write a scene. I don't know.
I'm no art director, sir.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's correct.
Oh, that was fun.
So my next question would be, Matt, what motive, and Dale too. I think it's relevant one. This one's serious.
Oh no.
We like it serious on this.
What motivates you the most?
Professionally, I would say just the desire to see the things in my head like come to pass, I guess. Like I think creativity at least is a driving factor for progress. And as far as like, I don't think you'll ever arrive at the place that you can see in your head. I think once you do that, you should probably stop working in the creative industry. So if you can see things that you can attain, then you can continue to move forward. And that's pretty much what drives me. I see things that I can't create yet, and I continue to try to create them.
That's pretty good. That's pretty solid. What about you?
I think that we are stuck in these feedback loops of the world. Like you're stuck in a feedback cycle of like, if I post this on social media, what likes do I get? If I do this, I do that. And I try to like make my feedback loop internal. So like it's a feedback loop on top of myself. So like I constantly am like, I'm not good enough to do this run. I'm going to go prove to myself I can do it. And then I get done posting on Strava, so I get the feedback. But it's if you just stay like true to yourself and constantly do it, and I do that, the motivator there is what I want my kids to see me doing that.
Yeah.
I want my kids to see like, hey, I can not go to work every single day, but still get up and perform and get up and do something that they can someday be like, well, my dad didn't lay on the couch. He was running every morning, or he was working on a car or doing whatever. That way they have an example to live by. My parents were not at that. I'd wake up in the morning, they're gone mowing the yard or work or whatever, but they never sat around. So I think it was part of like, hey, this is a motivator. I want to constantly stay in that feedback loop of myself. Like, because who's going to hold you accountable if not yourself? So
no, it's good. I mean, I think to both of you fall into accountability. I think it's one of the challenges of like, I think if you apply it to whether it's, again, we can apply it to cycling on the show or not, either way it applies. So if you have a goal you want to hit, then you push past it. It's the same thing about like manifestation, the idea of manifesting what you want to do, be, see, feel, whatever it is. I think that's something that we've lost when we were kids, right?
Mhm.
All three of us, because even though Matt has the age gap, there were still times where we would think about what we were going to do, and we would dream about it and think about it, and you'd plan on it. And there wasn't a way to instantly do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that idea of what you guys, for you, it's a feedback loop. For you, it's professional, just chasing that Eleanor, if you want to make a movie reference, of shots, right? You want that out. I mean, you should, you want to go after it.
Be careful what you can't see though, because AI can probably show it to you. What's in your head?
That's
AI
what I'm
will
saying.
just
So
put it
that's
out.
the difference. Nowadays,
that's also a benefit.
I don't know. It's a great benefit. Yeah,
Like,
if
it
you use
is,
as
but
a
I'm saying
tool.
it's also the challenge is if you're not thinking through it, then you
No,
don't
yeah.
have that time to manifest it. So
Mhm.
instead, we have instant grata of like, this is what I want to see.
Mhm.
For example, the vlog that's come out, that's Sasquatch vlogs. I don't know.
dude, they're hilarious.
They're so good and they're genius and it's hilarious. That doesn't exist.
And no one can get canceled
Correct.
because it's not real.
Correct. And so it goes back to that same thing of like somebody took their idea and manifested their best idea, and they'll probably, retire with some stupid amount of money from the way we pay people for that. I just think it's fascinating on that side, both of us.
Mhm.
And it's the same for mine. Mine's just the same thing. Mine, I would put it into a family category, and my family's very extended. Like mine's not just my wife and kids. It goes into my employees and my friendships, this podcast, this group of people. I genuinely, the older I get, the weirder it's become of where I care more about people. When I was younger, I was like, pardon the strong words, but fuck you. I'll do whatever. I'm a punk. I'll fuck y'all. I'll just down with the man. And now I'm like, hey, the man's a piece of shit, but there's worse people behind him.
Right.
So like, let's figure out how to rip the man off. Like now I watch too many Danny Ocean's 11 things. I'm like, how do we scam those guys into getting where everybody benefits more? Like, I don't need the whole take.
It's like
Right.
learning how to use the man to accomplish the thing that you ultimately want to accomplish.
Hell yeah.
That's
But
the
it's all-
most punk thing, honestly.
That's what I think. Right. But, I listen to Jello Biafra lyrics from time to time, and Chris T, if he listens to this episode, we talk about old punk shit, and you go back and Chris blew me up one day. He was like, dude, I just can't listen to it anymore. He's like, all that old classic punk, he's like, it's all garbage. And I think he there's somebody left he still likes, but like we were talking about Minor Threat, and he's like, I can't stand them.
Yeah.
But I listened to it, and I remember back in the day, it reminds me of that
Yeah.
attitude of like, those dudes were about like making a shift or whatever.
It's like all the stuff that's in your office. It's a
Yeah, the wall of tchotchkes.
a memento of a special experience is really what those old songs are, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. I think it's the same thing like riding new trails. You'll never have that sense again. You go ride something for the very first time or take a shot for the very first time. You can try and recreate it, but we both know
Oh no.
that first perfect frame is never going to exist again, or that first ride it never happens.
Or
Like
it's
the
just like-
first time that you clear something even
Mhm.
when you're riding is never going to happen again. That's a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
That's what heroin junkies chase.
I was about to say for a callback, it's the
Yeah.
Freebasing.
what heroin junkies chase. No, it's like that one, the time when you're shooting, at least, where the actor or the talent or subject or whatever and the camera team and the director all like, there's that one special moment that everything just kind of lined up together, and it was something that was so special in that thing. It's like that. It will never happen again. However many takes it takes to do the perfect shot, that one shot will never happen again.
Oh, Matt, now's a perfect time to welcome you to Craft Show where every single shot's like that.
Thank you.
Every
That's
single
because-
set.
This guy.
Only guy controlling the camera.
Dale's a big contributor. Matt will be there, but Dale is.
I've done a thing.
He's done a thing. Hey, also, we missed a perfect opportunity there when you were talking about how old punk is not good anymore,
Yeah.
according to Chris. Should we start the old white dude punk movement?
So
I think
have this.
there is.
Well, you know what's happening.
Those
A lot
guys
of
are
them,
trying to make money again.
yeah, but a lot of them have come back and they're part of the white reggae movement adjacent.
I thought you were going to say emo night. Those emo nights, because I saw
That's
some-
your bracket, though.
I saw something
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other day.
yeah.
It was like
Michael
emo
would
night
remember.
is the millennials' 80s night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's accurate. I think it is interesting. Like there's a lot of punk guys now that have gone and they've become acoustic.
Mm.
And so there's a guy that's from Mobile, and if you were just to hear his music in passing, his name's Abe Partridge. He's fantastic. He's a great artist too, but he's a really good musician. If you listen to his words in passing, he sounds like this weird, gravelly throated folk singer.
Mm-hmm.
But when you really listen to the lyrics, they're punk as fuck, bro. Like they're heavy. And then he has a punk band on the side.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where this was, but apparently Abe gets up and plays. Well, his former bandmates in the punk band were kids from Red Clay Strays. So now there's
That's so cool.
there's kids from Red Clay Strays now in a punk band with Abe Partridge, and they're young and he's old, and it's straight up the most punk rock thing in the world. And they're up there just doing it, and people just that audience, the Red Clay Strays audience, is not there to see old grumpy punksters.
no.
But me would have lost my mind of like, this is it. It's like that's Valhalla, right?
I've
Like we made
arrived.
it. Yeah, I've arrived.
I kind of felt like that. You guys know who Hardy is, the country singer?
Yeah.
So like he's on like these weird. He'll be on weird tours that he doesn't belong on. And I went down his wormhole of his Spotify, and he has some like really metally stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like wow. And if you listen to the not radio versions of his songs, there's like a metal chorus or a metal like a verse in all of them where he's like screaming into the microphone. I'm like, I kind of like it.
That's like Teddy Swims used to be
Yeah.
the vocalist in a metalcore band.
What band was he in?
I don't remember what the band was called. And I don't think they ever got really big, but like before he did the R&B thing, I've seen footage of him now, like at an emo night, like screaming into a mic.
Oh, sick. I mean, it's the same thing of like, so Marilyn Manson's originally from Florida somewhere, and they were a surf band. They were a weird surf
I could
band.
see that.
Yeah. And so like they were like goth surf or whatever you want to call it. And then they just made that shift
They
into
were
whatever
white
they are.
reggae adjacent.
Yes.
They were white reggae adjacent out of Florida. All right, so here's another one that maybe we'll do a fun one instead.
We'll go
Let's
back
just
to the
get
serious stuff.
deeper.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to an event that should be in the history books?
I have been to events that are in the history books.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
like-
Ohio State doesn't count. Nothing for Ohio State.
no,
counts.
I was at the first Ozfest in Ohio when they rioted. When Marilyn Manson
That's
said,
pretty
"If
awesome.
everybody spits in the air, it'll rain." Was the grossest thing ever. By the way,
That's
when you
disgusting.
tell
Were
a
you
bunch
in the spit?
I was saying that's awesome
yeah, we
to
were
you being
drunk.
at Ozfest, not about this spit thing. That's disgusting. Please
So
take
you're
that
saying
out.
you were in a spit cocky?
yeah, but we were only like 13 or 14.
Okay, that makes me feel cringy.
No,
when I
listen,
said
this
that
is actually a
remark.
good
I'm
story.
retracting that remark. Go ahead, please.
I think like our
7 fans know that reference. Go ahead.
well, we're in Two Dudes.
Wait,
One
y'all have
Office.
fans?
Oh yeah, we have 7.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hello.
We have one in Canada.
and some in
Hey.
Australia and everywhere.
We do have some world fans.
Hello, A.
I'm trying to think though. I like that was that is a historical event.
Dude, that's like a YouTube video worthy.
Yeah.
Like I would watch that
Well,
now and be like, look at Ozfest.
like Marilyn Manson was the one that announced it.
what year was that?
I have no idea.
90s. or-
That
He was
place is-
freebasing
the amphitheater's
cocaine.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like this sounds super cheesy but the most impactful thing in my life has been our Jank Fests.
Yeah.
Like historically, because if you think about it, and like I'll walk through the woods sometimes and I'll be like, someday we won't be here and somebody's going to find this shit and be like, what happened here?
Yeah.
And then
That's true.
like just to look back at the pictures of like the people that were there and the different variety of people that were there, and that is something that historically changed the whole community. It changed the whole region of the United States.
Yeah.
In some aspects, because people still talk about it. Like we go all over. We go to Louisiana, they talk about it. We go to Alabama, they talk about it. They go to Mississippi, Florida. So we changed Georgia. We changed a region of the country with a stupid little event that we invited people to, and that to me is like that's pretty historic
No,
in
it's,
a cheesy way.
No, it's not. I think that the point is though is that when it goes back to that same idea of like what defines that, right? So that becomes an individual measure because somebody can say crazy stuff. Like you can say all kinds of, I was not there. I was not anywhere near Washington, DC, January 6th. I have proof, but somebody was.
Matt Gates was not this one.
Not this Matt
I
Gates.
was not.
But somebody was. And so somebody somewhere is going to have that sort of moniker. It's like my buddy. There was a Trump rally, Trump won, part 1, when he was running. And they were I believe in Pensacola, and the mic stopped working. And he goes, whoever this sound guy is sucks. He's terrible. That was my friend Jay.
Way to go, Jay.
Ironically.
So he created
Jay
his own history.
Yeah, Jay's very Republican. So I don't know.
He's like, well, whatever. Yes, hail Trump.
Careful.
He went left-handed.
I
Yeah,
did
let's see that.
Yeah.
That was right-handed.
on the camera.
Jeez. You have one? Do you feel like you've ever been a part of history?
Oh man. The whole time you were talking, I was trying to rack my brain. I don't know. There are things that are monumental for me, but not historical for the world. It's not like a history book moment. Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird, right? Because if you put it into context, it's all of it technically is.
Yeah, but
Right. It's all in our history book.
who calls that one moment out and say this is significant enough for the rest of humanity to remember.
but how quickly could it be forgotten? Minus like Jankfest, not so much because it still gets talked about. Eventually it would be. And then people would be like, what the hell is all this? Why are
Sure.
there hundreds of beer cans piled up on these 2 dirt lumps?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Native American. No, wait, that sounded like I was making a joke. I meant like burial mound. It's not alcohol. I was not making a mean joke. I just meant like they find that. And a lot of
Yeah.
times when people see these mounds, and then that's what I'm going with. Point is like somebody somewhere will find that and question the archaeology of
Yeah.
what it was, right?
Well, it's like thinking about old classic cars.
Yeah.
I think about that a lot. Like, what of the cars we have today will become somebody's classic cars? And not a lot, because like even the cars we have nowadays don't have parts that will last that long.
You'd be surprised like how weird people are. Like you could probably find a 1992 Toyota Corolla.
Hang
rehab
on though,
group.
we've
Like
got
a
guys
GTR
that
or something.
no,
No,
but there's
no,
guys that
just
listen to the
regular
show
cars.
that their classic cars are like I'm gonna screw it up. What is Gabe and them
The
drive?
RX-7.
RX.
Oh no, 300Z.
Thank you. 300Zs, and his is like 80s, I think.
Yeah.
So like it's
When they-
in that gray area of where I would define.
yeah, those are sports
classic.
cars though.
So do
like-
sports cars get exempt from that?
Yeah, because they're cool. Like,
I don't
but
know.
I'm saying like a Toyota Corolla. Like there are people like rehabbing Honda Civics and stuff.
Maybe it'd be like Cybertrucks.
I don't know.
I don't know, maybe.
Then we don't know how the battery technology lasts.
Yeah, but then you could just swap it out.
I can't wait to be at Jankfest in 2079, being like, dude, can you imagine that dude just rehabbed a Cybertruck?
And it's got a 350 Hemi in it.
Can you imagine that if somebody does an engine swap?
That would be
somehow?
sick.
Somebody's built, I'm sure, some custom stuff.
Probably.
There was a dude driving around. Speaking of beaters, there was a guy that drove around Mobile a long time ago back. And I know that Gabe knows who this is. I don't remember his name, but he drove this bright orange, 1980s orange Datsun 240Z or whatever, and it was the sleeper. Like
Well, that's
you would see the kids with
that's
the like
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah, he owns F&D Auto.
Is it?
Are you being
One of
for
the
real, or is this a?
No, I'm for real.
Okay.
Oh, he has that orange 240Z or
I don't know if he
270?
still has it, but I know he had it.
Yeah, that's
when
it.
I didn't live here then, but I've heard.
Yeah,
stories
so
of
he
it.
would drive this beater around. I thought the guy was foreign that had it. Maybe I'm thinking the guy before him.
Maybe
Is Jonathan like Russian?
Mm-mm.
So they have a lot of like Russian prison tattoos.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I to me, it's one of those things. It's interesting about the car side because it does fade away. It's kind of like bikes in our side of things. Like I look back now and like I see poor people riding
The poors,
bikes,
peasants
the poors.
on regular bikes.
You mean
not
like people
e-bikes?
with bikes less than $1,000?
No, I'm talking about
We don't
bikes.
even look at those people.
Yeah.
No,
Mm-mm. I'm talking about bikes that I look at them and I'm like, what it,
They're
how is that still
a
working?
Huffy.
There's a guy that rides at South sometimes. Shout out if you listen. He has a mint condition. Is it a Schwinn?
Oh no, that guy upgraded. He bought DJ's Giant.
I do have an old Schwinn Shimira
Oh, there you go.
mountain bike. Yeah.
Full sender.
Let's
brakes
do
down.
it, bro.
Anyway, my point is, I think it's interesting because like old bikes don't hold their value. Like there's somebody out there that will take them, but most of it,
Yeah.
like technology's moved on
Even
past
I mean,
it.
I have a 2016 that's not worth
Right.
much
Yeah, I have a Grill of Gravity. You think that's worth it? You think?
to somebody that's restoring 1991 Corollas.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So, what memory have you been thinking about the most lately? How about that one? These are deep.
This is crazy. You said this was just like shooting
is
the
easy.
breeze, man.
It is shooting the breeze.
Well, like a couple months ago, we found out we're having a third child. So I've been thinking a lot about when my first child was born, when my second child was born. So those for me were monumental moments, as I would think most dads would say. But yeah, I've just been thinking about those things a lot.
I get it. I totally get it. What about you?
What was the question?
What memory have you been thinking about? Yeah, well,
Do you
Um,
remember?
So
it was when I saw that movie about the fish that couldn't remember anything.
you know what's funny about memories?
Memories
is
or memories?
both. You only remember portions of it, and then when you try to think of it, you try to piece it back together. And when you're piecing it back together, it might not even be as accurate as you think.
Unless you're turning Nike Jedi.
Yeah, well, he's
He's a freak.
he's
Like, we can
crazy.
say it.
He needs to
doesn't
get
listen
he
the
needs
show.
to get some hobbies. But I like when I was thinking about something, I text somebody. There was a memory about we used to. My life revolves around alcohol, and we used to get super trashed on Sundays. My buddy Andy, past the topic of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show.
Yeah, we used to get trashed on Sundays, and we'd always say we were going to church, and we just get drunk and ride around the boat, because at the lake where I'm from on Sundays is when the locals are allowed to party because everybody else is leaving. So I text him about something that we did. So he was dating. I'll tell the story because it's hilarious. He was dating this lady, and she had a daughter, and her daughter's husband was like, "Hey guys, can I go out on the boat with you?" And we're at a birthday party, and we have the boat pulled up on the beach, and we're like, "Yeah, dude, come on, jump in. We'll take you out, you know." And Andy and I are thinking, dude, we don't want to be at this birthday party. We want to be at the bar doing shots. It's Sunday. We shouldn't be at a birthday party. So our whole thing was like, we're getting in the boat. We're going straight to the bar. We're going to do some shots. We're going to come back. Everything's going to be cool. So we jump in the boat straight to the bar. And I was like, "Hey, Heath, don't be talking shit. Like, don't rat us out when we get back. Like, that would be dirty. Don't do that." And he's like, "Cool, you guys get me one?" We're like, "Sure." So Andy and I power. We're doing grape bombs and cherry bombs and Jaeger bombs. Like, we do one of each.
Holy balls.
And so
That's
we
too
did
many
it real
bombs.
quick. Yeah, we just bombed. And we're like, "Hey, all three of us, you know, each one of us bought the other one of the other flavors." So Andy and I are conditioned veterans. So we get back in the boat and we're like, "All right, we'll head back." And we're ready to just tie one on at this point. We're like, "Dude, it's party time." So we're halfway across the lake, and I look back, and it looked like Weekend at Bernie's with old Heath.
Oh no.
100% Heath is just flopping in the back.
Oh no.
I'm like, I told Andy, I was like, "Look." And Andy like stops the boat. He's like, "What are we gonna do?" I don't know, dude. I don't know. But it's your girlfriend and her kids, so I'm good.
Oh my lord.
But we go back and we like woke him up. We splashed water on him. Like, we didn't know what to do. We're drunk idiots. We splashed some water on him, and we're like, "Heath, be cool." Little did we know, old Heath had a liver transplant,
Oh,
What?
and he
no.
wasn't supposed to be drinking at all, let alone with our dumbasses. so,
Oh my god.
so
My lord.
Andy was told to leave the party, which I was with him, so I went. We went back to the bar, but there was like parts of that story that I was like, "Hey, what happened to this and this?" And I text him, and he's like, "Dude, that's not how it happened," you know. So like, I remembered it a certain way. He remembered, but that was what the story I just told you is the main. There's a bunch of other little shit that happened too, but
That's
that was the
wild.
main. It was pretty crazy.
It's also like if you remember, it's like my cheeseburger list, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to revisit it technically,
Mhm.
otherwise I can't. The moment, but my dad for years, there's this. I think it's more of a southern thing. It's French, but it's meuniere, which is a very type of. It's a sauce,
Mhm.
and there's one place that had it. My dad talked about it over and over and over again. So I went out and found the chef who had opened a new restaurant. Went and ate there, and my dad he's Larry David at this point. He's so hyped up. He's like, "I can't believe I'm gonna get it," and he's so excited, and he even he's like doing Mr. Burns. I'm on right here. He's doing this kind of stuff, and then it comes out, and he takes a bite, and he's like, "Nah, it's not the same." This whole like level of hype. My mom has made it for years, and he's like, "No, it's not." So in his mind, to your point, like the taste, but really it's the moment,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
it's the
moment.
moment.
It's just like a snapshot. It's the best
Mhm.
thing you can do to hold on to it. It's the same thing as like Jankfest 1. I remember being frustrated because we were sweeping water everywhere, and Jake's yelling at me, and I'm like, "You fucking lie." I'm yelling it back, and all I care about is people having a good time. And then Jankfest 2, I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it."
Everybody's just doing.
Everybody's just doing their own thing, and we're just gonna
Now they're here. Now they're here because they want to be
right.
like they didn't.
Yeah,
get-
yeah. It doesn't matter anymore.
Now they're here. Now they're here because they want to be part of history.
Well, it's
Call
like
back.
I don't remember my
Call it.
wedding. I don't remember it. Do you remember your wedding?
No.
I don't think anybody can really
I do.
remember it.
I
You
remember
like in detail.
I remember
Yeah.
pieces of it.
I remember fragments of it, but like that night, I was like overwhelmed with like what is
Oh yeah,
going
there's
on?
too much stuff going on here.
Yeah.
You just don't remember.
Well, my wedding was somewhat different, I guess, because at the time there was a Chris Brown song that somebody had played going down the aisle, and it was like all these people dancing, and it was like went viral,
Like on The
when before
Office?
viral was a thing.
Oh yeah.
And it was on like the Today Show and all that stuff. So the song "Boats," I'm on a boat was popular, not Boats and Hoes, but I'm on a boat. Look at me, motherfucker. I'm on
Yeah.
a boat. So the whole time we're engaged for like a year, I'm telling everybody that her dad is going to row her across this pond,
Oh,
and
my
I'm going to
dear.
stand on the other side, and we're playing that song. And she's like, "We are not doing that." Like, she's telling everybody, like, "Don't listen to him. He's an idiot." So we got married. We just had our parents and our siblings. We have a brother, sister, and we that was all. And then like close family and some friends. And we got married on an island at the lake where we're from. It has this little point that goes out. And the mayor's actually married us, not even a pastor. So the mayor's out there with us, and I'm friends with him anyway. So we're standing there, and I got my back to the water, and I'm like, where is she? Like, she's not coming, I'm thinking. Well, then I hear this loud ass music.
No way.
She recruited my friends behind my back, and they put these big ass speakers on a pontoon boat, and it played that song.
crazy.
And her dad are on the
No
boat. We have it on
way.
video. We have a video of it, and they pull up to this thing playing that song, blaring, and everybody stops because they're playing the song so loud. And then she climbs off the boat. We got married there, and then so I remember that 100%.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I was
that's
like, we're
great.
part of internet history.
Maybe I don't. No one ever put it on, like, so it probably would have gone viral if we were trying.
It's gonna go viral now.
It should. I'll find the video.
It's going in this episode right here.
Yeah, you wish. I don't edit this shit.
Just
But
kidding.
that night I got to put on a tuxedo T-shirt and shorts, and we had like a hog roast at her parents. So
That's pretty good.
and everybody came to that, and it just became a giant party.
Nice.
I mean, I remember, like you said, I remember flashes of stuff, but it was like so many people
It happens.
because it was
Regular conventional weddings happen so fast and so much stuff going on, and
It was
people are
just-
just flying in front of you, and you got to shake their hand and kiss
it's like
their baby.
whirlwind stuff, and then it's like cool. So why did I spend all this money on it? No offense, I know in your previous life you were a photographer for some
Hey,
weddings.
I don't care why. I just care that they do.
No, I get it. I get it. I just who watches that shit? That I would actually watch because that's good.
fun.
Well,
But I don't need to see my dumb friend standing up there. Like, who cares?
there's
Those
an
guys-
awesome part of it. My buddy Larry was in charge of the camera, and the shoreline is all covered in rocks. And at one point, while they're pulling up, and like everybody's like crying, cheering, whatever, because it's funny, he trips with the camera on the rocks.
Yes.
And you see the camera like fall down, and you hear everybody, Larry, you good? You good? He's like, yep, fine.
And then it stabilizes.
And then it stabilizes, and everything carries on.
That's good. It's solid. All right. Last question. I was going to say punch, but we don't condone violence on this show.
Okay.
So you can take the word punch
Mm-hmm.
in your mind and not physically do it, but I replaced it with, I think, something equally as important.
Okay.
Who living right now would you like to crop dust?
Ooh.
I honestly,
You're gonna have to go with Dale first.
I honestly don't have anybody that really affects me that much.
No?
I mean, if they really want to piss me off that bad, then I'll just probably close them out of my life and carry on.
Not
There
with
was
just one
times.
little toot.
I
by
thought you
your
were talking
wife?
about just in history, like
Oh, I'll give you
Oh, in
history.
history.
not like
You can't say
not
Hitler,
like
though, because everybody wants to crop dust
historical
Hitler.
history, but like in the world adjacent, not in your immediate life.
Oh, like, I mean, Ellen DeGeneres can get crop dusted.
All right,
Call
Ellen.
back if you're at Bump and Grind, you get that reference.
I listen.
Did he?
Did he?
Oh, did he?
No, I don't.
He
think
would
But I don't
enjoy
think
it
you
too
wouldn't have-
much.
He probably would. That's
Yeah,
R.
he'd probably
Kelly.
Sniff it up. No, R. Kelly was pee-pee.
Oh,
He was a
whatever.
pee man.
They're both
Yeah.
creepers.
He was also into.
I mean, we could do
Water
all
skiing.
day with all the serial killers and child molesters. and
yeah, I
shit.
just mean like in general, a random person.
Oh, like in your life?
I just no, because you don't want to call anybody out like that.
No, I would never.
I don't know, I crop dust my
IRS
kids all the time.
no,
Never did.
not those people either.
Yeah, see, I would like to crop dust like a presidential person. I'm not gonna say names just in case that is a federal crime.
That's what I'm saying. There
I
may
would like to
be
crop
some.
dust a presidential person just to know I did it, just to walk by and just be like, and
Well,
I'm prefacing this with my crop dust will be fueled by Indian food because Lord knows. Ooh, you know what?
oh, she would definitely smell it then. Not that I'm saying what president you're talking about.
I would like to crop.
I don't know if I
That's
can
pretty good.
guess.
I like to crop dust a presidential figure.
Yeah.
Having had Korean barbecue, so there's a lot of meat, a lot of garlic with some kimchi, followed up by
Mm.
some kind of Indian food.
Mm.
That's the crop dust flavor I'm going after. Pan Asian
Hmm.
Wow.
presidential figure. Just you don't want to see their facial react live on television.
Oh,
I would
no.
say LeBaron James.
Ooh,
You don't like?
I don't like LeBron. I don't like anybody that calls himself a king.
well, Dale is.
Well, I'm a king. Listen, here's
I
my.
thought you were
Here,
a queen.
do you want my LeBron take real quick? Hot take. So I'm from Ohio. I watched LeBron grow up, went to all of his
That's
high school
fine.
championships. I'm not a huge LeBron fan.
Good.
I respect the fuck out of him because he started in fame at 15 years old, and he's had very little, if any, scandals.
That
You know,
is
his kid's kind of a scandal.
I mean,
Why?
I don't know. That's just what I hear on the internet.
the nepotism.
Yeah, because he's in the NBA because he sucks.
He
should
is.
be.
Bronny, man, you got to find something else to do.
I just respect him because he's done, and he started a school in Akron.
Yeah, I will
he's
say
done a
he's
lot
done
for-
some good
yeah.
things. I don't think he's brought as much to the NBA as people give him credit for.
I don't know about that.
Like, I would say
He's
Stephen
still- he's-
Curry has brought more.
Stephen Curry changed the game, but LeBron was the most athletic player to ever play.
I'm a big fan of Pistol Pete.
He was a beast too. Yeah, he averaged 65 points a game
It's a
in
callback,
college.
isn't that Allen's
LSU.
guy? In that
That sounds like Allen thing.
soft member, Pistol Pete, talking about it.
Probably was. I didn't like Kobe either when he was playing.
I didn't either. No.
but I respected him
Rest in
because
peace.
he's good.
Yeah.
I was never a Kobe fan, but yeah, it does. He was, it's one of those guys. That's an athlete that had a lot of influence that suddenly poof was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of those one that kind of like
It hit everybody a little weird.
it
Yeah.
did. And weirdly, I remember it,
Uh-huh.
which is odd to me because we were on a job like in Atlanta. I remember it very clear.
I just remember being like, really?
I heard a
Yeah.
bad Kobe joke this weekend though.
Uh-oh.
What bees can't fly? Kobe.
Good.
It's my son.
Terrible.
I was like, too soon. He's like, he was dead before I was born. I don't care. Like,
Is
I
it
don't
that
know.
long ago?
Has
I
it
don't know how
been
long
that
it's been.
long?
No, it can't have
It's been a while. It's not been 12 years. I know that.
No, it's not been 12 years. I think it was like 5, 7.
Maybe. I don't know. His daughter, I think she's probably, I don't know. I don't know. My wife said something the other day that there's an article that came out on some bullshit thing, probably The View, that was about how his wife is cautiously trying to go back into the dating pool. Like, what? Who cares? He's been dead for a while. He cheated on her when he was alive. So
It's
who
a
cares?
perception thing. I had a friend who lost her husband. He was maybe a little aggressive at what he was doing. It was nothing like militant. It was actually on the other side. He was more of a street preacher type guy. Somebody walked up and murdered him in front of her and the child.
Ah,
And she was
That's
preggers.
crazy.
And so
Yikes.
she like 8 months later met this dude. They fell in love. They got married. But there was like a lot of flash judgment on her.
Yeah.
And their dynamic was what it was, right? So there's a lot of flash judgment. It's a weird scenario of like
Mhm.
people. That's probably what. But it's who gives a shit? Like
Yeah.
I
Well-
told my wife, like as long as she doesn't murder me, because I will haunt the shit out of her. But if she doesn't murder me, go ahead. I
I've
don't
heard-
care. Let somebody else have your problems, bitch.
I've heard some
Love you.
things recently about somebody that got married pretty quickly after a death, and the child of the deceased said something to me. I'm just trying to keep names out of it, but said something to me that I was like, oh, well, yeah, that's a good perspective. And it's like, when you get married, you say till death do us part. And if you made it to that point, then you fulfilled your
Obligation.
duty.
Yeah.
It's not, you probably, I mean, unless it's a sudden death, you took care of them or you helped
Yeah.
escort them to heaven. But if not, then, I mean, it's death do us part, I guess.
I think it's just an honor thing though, because like
Yeah.
so
a
much of it
respect
now.
thing, too.
I mean, and frankly, listen, I'm just telling you, if my wife and I something happens and I'm left here, my job is to make sure the kids are good.
Mm-hmm.
I have, according to the kids, not my kids, but younger people, we have what's it called, Bumble? You have Tinder.
Bumble.
And
is
listen,
for
I know for a
dudes,
fact
isn't
I
it?
ran the
I have no
is Bumble
idea.
gone.
I don't
I don't know either. I just
He
know
just
these
said
Bumble, the
was
gay
for
one?
dudes.
no, that's Grinder.
Oh,
You would know.
Bumble.
You would know.
There's Grinder.
Just kidding.
There's
I mean, at that point, you may as well just swing it all.
who cares?
Hit the ball.
I'm just saying, I already did the math, and it would be cheaper for me to fly out to Vegas once a month with $1,000 hooker than to get remarried.
and you'd still
And
have
it's the
sex
same
more than
se-
being married.
Of course, you've done the math.
It's just coming from the tunnels.
Straight out of the tunnels, Josh. I'm just
Oh,
saying,
man.
mathematically possible. Matt, you got anything to say? First time on a podcast. You've never been on a podcast before. This is the first time on any podcast anywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like
Thank
that's a
you
lie.
so much for allowing me on your podcast. No, it was fun. It was interesting. I hope I wasn't a wet blanket.
Hey,
Thank you.
shameless plug time. If you got anything you want anybody to check out,
Careful.
You can check out craftshowdigital.com.
Look at me when you say. Just kidding. Just kidding.
hey,
No one cares on this show.
No, I did just start doing a little bourbon reviewing
That's what I was-
thing with my cousin. It's called Oaken Entry. You can find it on Instagram, TikTok.
Sick. There you go. That's fun.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's what I was leaning towards. I saw your video.
Thanks, Dale.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Dale's pretty
Just
good
trying
at
to tee
promo
you up.
work. I don't look at the grams. You
Dale
know
won't
this.
text you back, but he'll look at the shit on Instagram and TikTok.
What did I not text you back about?
I sent you several things recently.
Oh no! When you send me videos that are funny, am I supposed to react to all of them?
No, not on Instagram.
Oh, what you don't know is there's a thread with a guy named Sandbag,
Yeah.
and he sent me something about Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtle?
Hey,
Oh, he knows if he doesn't listen to the show, but he knows what he sent me.
he also sent me today that for every 1,000 or 1 million views on Pornhub videos, you get $1,000. For every million views on YouTube, we only get $300. So we should probably start putting this podcast on Pornhub.
I wonder if you could.
No, you did text me back. Sorry, Dale.
Yeah,
Oh, there it is.
I was gonna.
I'll
say,
admit that I'm wrong.
I don't leave too many people on red.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's on the gram a lot.
No, this is
It's not anymore. I haven't been. I've been trying to cut that out of my life a little bit. It's kind of monotonous.
I just don't give a shit about it. Like it's
Yeah,
the
I don't
only
care
time I
anymore.
chat. This is true facts. If I'm responding to you in anything on Facebook or Instagram, if I liked your post, chances are I dropped a deuce.
Yeah.
It's literally toilet time for me. Like maybe occasionally at night I'll do something, or if it's a business thing, obviously like we announced Matt, so I was liking all that crap. But like otherwise, I mean it's toilet time for me. Like I can't. I feel it's the same way. With like I enjoy playing video games, but I feel so guilty if I play them longer than 1 hour. Then I'm like, what have I done with my life right now? Like I could have done literally anything else.
Well, it's
But
like
no.
the news feed has also become toilet time.
Yep.
It's just there's nothing of substance on there anymore.
No,
Nah, it's bad.
no. I miss Instagram when it was pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did find this out, which is interesting. Facebook is moving away completely. So Facebook's about to force potato. They're about to force all video to be vertical, and they're moving away from
They're trying to
just
TikTok.
correct, just because of stupid Tic Tacs. So just something I don't thinking about on this show.
I
gives
mean,
a shit, but just FYI, your
Social
bike videos, your gram videos need
Yeah.
to be vertical.
When I go to bump and grind or something, I'm in the woods all weekend. I didn't look at my phone that much. I get back on Monday and there's nothing. I didn't miss anything. It's like Rogan was talking to, I forget who he was talking to, but he said like the history, if something comes out to like how long it came out ago is how long it survives. So like no one's going on there and being like, check out this TikTok from 2 years ago.
Oh
or
no.
2 weeks ago, or it's in one day it's gone. No one cares
Well,
anymore.
I mean, Ukraine war is not even discussed, right? It's barely
Oh, yeah.
talked about. Suddenly we drop bombs in Iran, and then the Palestinian stuff is not talked about. That's just currently
Well, and
type
then
stuff.
that isn't even talked about now anymore. The
Right.
like bunker busters and all that stuff. It was like, oh, it was fine.
It's like I
We're
literally
back to the Elon Trump feud.
well,
Oh,
because
they back on it.
yeah,
they're
yeah,
back on
because
it.
in the big beautiful bill it has like the
He promised to
credits.
not get anybody to make sure that whoever votes for it doesn't get elected in their states.
Okay.
So I this morning I typically watch News Nation in the mornings, and I call her my secret girlfriend number one, and she's the host. Her name's Marky something, and
Mark,
You don't even know your girlfriend's last name.
no, because she's an anchor. So I will watch that newscast because it's straight up news. There's no opinion. There's literally no opinion. She just reads news. Well, YouTube TV has this cool feature during football season where they give you a quad and you can watch
Yeah.
4 different games at once. Well, they did it with my news this morning, and I was like, oh, sweet. But I didn't realize it wasn't Newsmax. It was like Fox 10,
Oh, no.
KRG, ABC, and Fox News. And I literally am not trashing anybody who's a Fox News addict, but I just went from straight news on News Nation, and I clicked on it, and it was on the Fox News, and it was literally someone saying, this is why Americans, here's a poll that shows why Americans feel that the country's in the trash can. Why is that being posted? Like, what value does that bring?
Right.
And that's the same shit on Instagram. It's the same shit on TikTok. It's the same shit on Facebook. Like, why are you posting that stuff? And I frankly see people post stuff that's very positive and uplifting in a good moment.
Mhm.
Nothing.
Yeah,
right?
no, you don't. It's that bleed to leads thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I've posted stuff on there. Like I could post a million videos of us having fun and riding and stand up. One crash video gets a million views. But I've also got to the point where it's like posting on social media for like we use it for marketing, right? For the podcast. It's even still it's like, oh, it got a ton of views, but it doesn't always translate to follows and things like that. So it's like, all right, cool.
It's much like alcohol, empty calories.
Mhm.
That's how I see it now. It's
Mhm.
like it might taste good, it might be fun in the moment,
Right.
but you're potentially going to have a hangover and it's empty calories. And
Mhm.
at the end of the day, like I mean, we have bourbon sitting literally in Dale's shot. There's me and Matt's have office bottles and some Beastie Boys toys.
Office pops.
Yeah, office pops. But like literally it's a taste thing. You have an enjoyment, move on. Like, but to me, like at the end of the day, it's just empty calories. So you just got to at least understand what you're getting into. As long as you know that, then great.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody that takes it so seriously that this is healthy, there's nothing healthy about that much consumption. It's impossible.
And I actually honestly don't have much time for people in my life that are influenced that easily by the news nowadays. Jesus. Or social media for that matter. Like if you haven't heard somebody in your actual orbit tell you something, like not about news, but I'm saying like,
yeah.
If somebody just posted like, hey, your hair looks great, like they got off there and they were like, fuck that bitch. They don't really care about your hair.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's so fake.
It's
everything.
It seems like it's a lot of regurgitation.
Oh, 100%.
It's devalued personal communication, personal connection.
It does. 100%.
Really. I mean, like that's mostly why I don't post anything is because all of those things that I post, if they're not business related, the people that need to know them already know them because I told them. I texted them about it. I like saw Dale today and I was like, did I tell you I was having another kid? And he was like, yeah. And so like those are the things that matter to me, not the likes or whatever. All those are a flash in the pan. It's like what you're saying, posting crash videos, getting 1 million views and it not, leading to any kind of following. That's just meaning it hit the algorithm in the right way. And part of what we do for a living kind of hurts that persona a little bit. It's really, I mean, it's a lot like watching a movie and
but you guys
being
just learn how to use the man.
Yeah, and being distracted by, the lights and the sound and all that other stuff and being like, oh, well, that's not really a great story. Or it's just.
Dude, this is a good story though. This kid, this Instagram page that popped up on my feed Saturday or something. They only had 4 videos at the time, and it was these like 6 kids, and they're
the kids that were like fishing,
creek crawlers.
Yeah, they're like posting a video every day till we get 10,000 followers.
They had like their first like few videos all had 1 million, and all it is them playing in a creek.
Yeah,
but that's how far removed we are that's interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Like not doing it, watching other kids do it. And it's all the same shit we did as kids. Like,
yeah, but that's the same thing with video games. All these kids watch video games of other kids playing video games.
Yeah,
they watch videos of other kids playing.
I also am going to get one of their shirts because every day they're doing it every single day they're posting. And like they were on Sunday, there's a kid named Miguel on there. And then on Monday, they cut to like Miguel. He's like, shout out, what's up? This is Miguel. I'm stuck at summer school.
That one was a funny one.
It was funny. Really funny. And then they go back and then now they're selling shirts that say free Miguel.
Oh, that's
pretty awesome.
Really that's cool. Pretty good.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just cool. Like
I would say
they've edited them well.
With that thing though, they're learning the power of influence too. And then if their parents aren't just been like, well, let's, market the crap out of this and sell t-shirts, they're then learning on, how to be an entrepreneur. The internet for those kids has sort of become the lemonade stand of our day, where it was like, I want to learn how to like sell some stuff, go get a lemonade stand. Now it's like, let's go make some videos, post them on the internet, see if we can get 1 billion followers, and then become Mr. Beast.
I don't even know what those kids did. They just blew up quick though.
I think I saw them on their second day, and they already had like 25,000.
They have 500,000 yesterday when I looked.
Sick.
Well, there's a guy that me and Matt watch called Ryan Trahan, who him and his wife are doing 50 Airbnbs, 50 days in 50 states.
In 50 states.
And their goal is to raise, and they're really good people. And their goal is to raise, initial goal was $1 million. They did that in 15 days. They're going to hit over $2 million.
I think I heard.
And it
about
goes
that.
to St. Jude. But he posts a video every day, and it's fun, and it's a formulaic video. Like understanding it from our side, it's the same. Like there's Jamie time and there's all these moments that you get used to seeing.
Yeah.
The genius of that though is he's posting every day. So every day at lunch, it drops at 11 o'clock our time. I sit down and watch it. And when I'm eating my salad, I'm like, Ryan Trahan, 30-minute video. He's getting millions of views. Now, like T-Mobile gave 100K, Kia gave 100K. Again,
Electric e-bikes has given like
Oh yeah.
300K almost.
they give $10,000 a day if he rides the bike. And
Yeah,
it's
I
like a
saw.
little shot with a little song. And he just,
And then he's like, electric's great.
Yeah.
And that's it. 10K.
and then people can give 5K and he'll read whatever they say. And then they just start putting in shameless ads. It's really great. But that's the kind of social media content that's valuable, right? That's doing a different, and it's entertaining. And I have a 30-minute break and my brain feels good. I also will say I'm guilty of the same thing of the alcohol side. For some reason, I've been on this binge watch of drunk millennials getting arrested. It is my new favorite thing.
I love
ever.
body
watched
cam
every
footage.
It is. It's all body cam. And it's like kids losing their minds, throwing toddler style temper tantrums. And I just think it's the most funny
And they're
thing.
like,
in the
call
world.
my dad. Call
Yeah.
my dad.
Oh yeah.
Have you? So I go to bed every single night watching On Patrol Live. Like there's endless amount of episodes. It's just watching cops arrest people, and it's amazing how many people don't have a driver's license. It's
There's-
scary.
Yeah, what the heck, bro?
It's like none of them have driver's
Like,
license.
y'all should be adults. Man.
I guess if we take the mass number, it probably breaks down that way. You know, the mass number of people on this planet, and they're just able to film so many of them. And, you know, it's better that than watching the 48 hours that was filmed here for a long time.
Yeah. First 48.
The first 48.
Yeah.
48 hours have been sweet. Roxanne.
Yeah. Breaking back. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Rod Brian Podcast. Just remember what Dale said. Nope. Just remember what Matt Gates says.
I don't remember.
Lord. How about Dale?
Come to our tool school at Ride the Rebellion
Oh, yeah. You know what?
on July 12th.
You know what? Don't turn off the podcast.
Okay.
I did want to say,
Yeah.
if you go, I think we shared it in the Reb thing. David Martin and his family
Oh,
have a
yeah.
little bit of a challenge in front of them.
Yeah.
It would be amazing if you guys would all consider donating their child. I don't know the whole complexity. They have an unborn baby. The unborn baby has some challenges. She is down there. They just moved down to Florida from here. They have to live there, deliver the baby, and have a pretty serious procedure. They have it's not a GoFundMe. It's one of those types of things where you help them financially.
But it seemed like a legitimate website that like will
Yeah,
not
it was
steal your
scraped.
credit card.
Yeah, no, it was
information.
good. If you have a chance to consider, any of it would help because they have to figure this whole scenario. David has to travel back and forth.
Yeah.
He's obviously a listener to the show. He's part of the Reb family. If you have a chance, consider it. Maybe skip one latte, make your coffee at home, and that $5 could mean something to them. Just something that we don't do that a lot on the show, but in this case, that is a family member. So please maybe consider that.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And that's what Dale Boyd said.
Yep.
All right, we're done. Good job, man.